What is up, boys and girls? Welcome back to another casted game on the channel. We're on the 1v1 quick search ranked ladder, and we found ourselves Mitoe coming back for another game. We've seen him previously take on Lionheart in the Dutch versus Ethiopian matchup, and that was an exciting game. Go check that out if you haven't already. But he is back, he's playing many games, and he's now up against Kees Kachel. So Mitoe is playing as the Dutch, spawning to the northeast of the map, Arabia in the colour red. It's Kees Kachel, or Kees Kachel, as somebody's told me, maybe their Netherlands, Dutch, Belgian pronunciation. Playing in the United States of America, spawning down to the southwest in the colour blue. Now, I love being cultural. I absolutely love that. However, I think for my own sanity, I think I'm going to have to refer to Kees Kachel here as that name, as I have done for, to be honest, more than 2 years now. So, if you pardon me on that one. But it's great to see up-and-coming players in the scene, and we'll find out actually how Kees Kachel deals with one of the greatest players of all time. Mitoe in base, starting off with a town market and going for a hunting dogs in age 1. I did notice there was 40 wood in base, and I think there's another wood treasure there helping his ability to go for the market and hunting dogs. He's having to mine a lot of gold to catch up as a result, but he should be able to have a good age 1. Going for the 15 vil age up as per standard, but with now hunting dogs kind of allowing him to catch back up. Working on 95 food. Oh, a bundle of desert dates. That's a nice little treasure, that is. And these treasures are always amazing in the first age. Can basically eliminate any age 1 delay in TC vil production aging up. So critical to get that in the first age, and just gives you momentum, especially for Dutch, to get that bank in transition down that a little bit faster. So a quick look at Mitoe's deck. It's 1 versus 1. It's his deck previously as standard. Now the chat was basically on their knees begging Mitoe to put in the Bosniaks in the third age, or maybe go for the Swiss pikeman, something, anything to put in his deck, which is a mercenary shipment costing gold. I think the Bosniaks is just so crucial there for Dutch, giving them an option for heavy cavalry straight away at a really, really high impact barrier. So maybe Mitoe will be regretting refrigeration, but who knows, maybe it might come in clutch. I don't actually know. This game is currently live on the ladder at the moment as we speak. And Kees is working on his colonial gunslinger. Mitoe joins the party. He's trying to get himself into a better situation. And no, Kees Kachel gets that. Yeah, 75 wood. Very, very nice. I think the placement there with the Explorer from Kees was optimal. And, yeah, the thing is, Dutch need to remember that the United States of America Explorer here has an extra 100 HP, but fear not. The Envoy has turned up and given the left, right, the 1-2. Oh, look at the fisticuffs here from the Envoy. Really putting in the work. Good to see. Now, we've seen Kees Kachel on the channel very recently, and I'm expecting him to do the same build as before. His deck's called New. He's gone for 3 CDBs into 1 settler wagon. With 3 CDBs, it is unchanged, but he's now going for German immigrants, 200 wood. German immigrants settle down Germantown, causing each existing and newly constructed mill. No, that's not right. Where's the tooltip again? Causing each existing and newly constructed mills to spawn one wagon. Well, they changed that. Oh, in commerce age, you can recruit settler wagons from them as well. Ah, there we go. That's the change. That's the kicker. I was about to say, I'm not expecting to see many mills being built, but what I do expect to see is Kees Kachel booming on the CDBs and the mills. I think he may be going for the... Oh, he's going for Virginia plan here. He does have the... Get up with Virginia, maybe going Virginia General Assembly, does have Virginia plan as well. So it gives him options. Previously, you did see Kees Kachel going for Pennsylvania and getting access to the Pennsylvania pound, as well as the Cree CDBs there from the other card, which was sent in. So maybe his is a little bit of a less focused build. We do note that he hasn't got the bank in Age 1 as well. So Kees Kachel is really working hard here, trying to pioneer and develop USA theory, which is always great to see. But he's just sending gold straight away. He's having none of this. He wants to get this age up in and going as fast as possible. So I'm actually really curious to see how this progresses from this point of view. Clearly, you see a very direct age up to the Fortress Age here, stopping off at 300 food and gathering up, and probably will be gathering up the Settler Wagon as well. Yeah, great play. Settler Wagons are exceptionally efficient at picking up crates at 20 gold per second compared to an Settler's 8 gold per second. So you've got to pick up crates, pick it up with a Settler Wagon. I beg thee. So on the top side now, Dutch, another bank coming down, building it with 3 villagers. I think somebody did the calcs a while back. It probably was me actually saying that building with 3 villagers is the least efficient way to build a bank. It's either 2 or 4. Is that your key kind of thresholds? But I don't think it really matters too much. It's only minor, and these minor details of a 5 banks do add up a little bit. Probably what's more major is actually having to walk to place the bank. Corville's leaving their hunt now. Decayed. Really needs to work on getting this other hunt in. He's going to do that now. He's going to move up behind. DE is known for the hunts walking away. And even that villager, well, actually, we're suspecting the hunts to walk off towards the coast. But actually does a favour and goes back towards the town centre. So that's quite good to see. Mitoe, I believe he's bought a little bit of wood here to get things going. So he's got to get the steel traps. He's going for a 5 bank steel trap FF, or semi-FF at this point. That is as greedy as you can get. I can see him actually scouting through Kees Kachel's base, trying to find what is happening there with Kees Kachel. Nearly has another shipment. I'm kind of expecting him to squeeze in Virginia plan. It does give him an extra shipment if he manages to get through this one first, which I think is really useful in the early part of the game. I know later game XP is kind of more what's the word? It's hard to come by, or your shipments are more expensive. But it's with this build in particular, he's given up, not really training many more Settler Wagons. He could train a couple more as we go on. He could have gone Pennsylvania with the Pennsylvania coin trickle, the CDBs. He could have gone for a more greedier build, but here he's decided he wants the tempo, and he's gathering lots of food. So there must be a big reason why he wants the food. But up with Kentucky again, Kentucky Coalfields, Oklahoma Black Mesa as well for his coal mine eco. The +2 shipments coming in. What's his first card going to be? Does actually have the collection of books as well. Going to be the Blockhouse, Russian-American company. 2 blockhouses and a 30% eco for your villagers. Squeeze in Hamiltonian economics afterwards. So this kind of eco is kind of interesting. I would have actually liked to have seen him pay for hunting dogs a while back. That would have helped, but I suppose we saw his eco before he clicked up. He was actually kind of limited, and Russian blockhouse into Hamiltonian economics into 2 coal fields. Like, this is eco, and it's not like eco we need lots of villagers, but this is just, right, we're going to have really fast gathering villagers on really fast gathering sources, and Mitoe can't believe himself. He's asked for a timeout, a tactical timeout. Double racks going down stable on the 600, it looks like. It's interesting he's going for 6 triple building on 600 wood. I suppose he's continuously chopping wood though, so that is where his housing population is going to come in. You have to assume 1k wood is card number 1 here for Dutch on the age up. So his blockhouse wagons, they can either go mid-map or they can go defensive. Considering he's already got some veteran skirmishers out to the age to explore, I think he's going to move mid-map and actually lock down the center of the map with the 2 gazelle hunts. It does kind of put a little bit of pressure on Mitoe's economy and available resources, but he does have 1 hunt to the side, 2nd hunt to the side. In-base gold mine still looking healthy, and side gold mine also untouched as of yet. So Mitoe not at risk of running out of resources anytime soon. Does have the shipment ready to go, so that will be the 1k wood coming in. Look at the market. Does have a gang saw. Does have his steel traps. Not yet. Goes great coats. I'm sure he will get that at some point. And going for skirmishers card 1 here. I think he's realised that his American opponent is up to the next age. Explorer's down though, so you can't really see what's going on. He's expecting full boom here. He has scouted the mill, and I believe Mitoe is aware of Germantown, or the German immigrants, or the effect of the mill in Age 1. So you can kind of read that play, what's going on. But he hasn't seen anything else in the map. He just wants to get some units out and feel safe and kind of reevaluate the position. But still gonna go for 1k woods to start off with. Back on Kees Kachel. My architects are starting to roll through, and I know he's clicked Hunting Dogs, Place Mines, Gangsword, but here I want him to do... I kind of want him to do Placer Mines Amalgamation first. Because he's got the 30% eco from the Russian... You know, the Russian consulate, not consulate, immigrants. Russian-American company. Russian immigrants, we call it like that. And then that will give an explosion of resources with the coal mine, and I would love to see an artillery foundry down now to kind of make the maximum use of the gold being generated from the coal mines, and we will see a couple of villagers move over in good time. Still quite a lot of mines, the silver mine, and they'll move over now as we speak, and yes, gold income for the faction has doubled, and actually, yeah, did cancel gangs or going straight for amalgamation steel traps, then getting the wood upgrades later, which is nice to see. Blockhouse is now restarting sharpshooter production. Does have the carbine cavalry here from the stable. Got to go for a skirm goon option. Interesting to see that 2 skirm goon civs are going at it. I think the opinion on the streets at the moment is that the United States, that they might be the better skirm goon civ, and the fact that they have Gatling guns is a huge bonus. That's an incredible unit. Yes, it can get picked off by Colves. Yes, it does lose to Falcons, but 3 Gatling guns versus 2 Falcons, it's kind of even trade. Depends who's in range of who gets the first shots and that, but they can quickly take out 5, 6, 7, 8 skirmishers in one volley. That's like what the Falconet can't really do. Apache cavalry coming straight away. Kees Kachel is aware he might be vulnerable to some Bosniaks if a Bosniak timing was to happen, but Mitoe does not have Bosniaks. He's just going to go for skirm mass. Double skirm, 8 skirm. Maybe looking to go 7 skirm next. Probably infantry combat. Now he's seen a skirm goon-based competition play here from Kees Kachel. Fortified blockhouses are doing massive damage, and actually 49 attack from the blockhouse. Oh, that's boosted by the Inspiring Flag. Wow, I did not realize the Inspiring Flag boosted buildings attack as well. That should be 45 base, but the damage here from all the skirmishers is, you know, is similar to the vet skirms. Actually has 1 more damage, but most importantly is 2 more range and 10% more range resist. Yes, so you have less HP, and in a 1v1 fight, I think the veteran skirmisher should win. But Kees Kachel is just coming in on the side, getting a huge volley off, and 1 skirmisher is nearly down, and no reply there from Mitoe. He can't do anything. Place of Mines has been researched. It's actually keeping some good eco presence here, and housing just constantly chopping, so that's good to see. The market price is actually really low as well, so he's just saving his gold very cheap for merchants gathering gold at 0.75 to buy at the market, compared to he hasn't got anybody chopping the wood for my explanation. Yes, he does. Perfect. 0.55 wood per second. So, you know, by the time you get to let's say 125 resources, 135 wood now. But okay, that is actually that's Kees Kachel now milking the market with the coal mines. He's calling in the Zapcat Uhlans. Okay, so he's bought 1,000 wood or 500 wood at the market to call in the Uhlans straight away. I like that play. That is making the most of the tempo. And here come the Gatling guns. Oh my, there's only 3 go down, but there's plenty more damage there. The artillery foundry here from Dutch is exposed and scouted now. He's going to move in. And will it matter? Because Zapcat Uhlans are on the way behind. The building layout is big, kind of awkward. There is 2 channels to dive in, but maybe that will play to his strength, but it's quite hard to open up the nuts, as they would say. Culver's do come up, but the Gatlins, they do sit, but they target the skirmishers. They missed a Colv. There's a double shot there from the Colv onto the Gatlins. Only 1 Gatlin, remember. I think that's going to go down there from the final Colvs, but even still forcing double Culverin shipment there from Mitoe is actually quite an investment. He's not investing in Falcons, he's not investing in skirmishers, and the rest of the army here from Kees Kachel is happy to receive this, and they will move in and take the engagement. Zapcat Uhlans on top of the Colvs, they've gone down, so more Gatlins can be trained here from Kees Kachel. Now sending the Kentucky Hunters. What a card this is at the moment. That's 10 sharpshooters and 5 renegados. That is absolutely nuts. But the Zapcat Uhlans have gone down. They probably were a bit too keen to get on the skirmishers there, but behind this, you know, the GN train getting unfortunately taken down, but there's the skirmisher mass here from Mitoe dwindling absolutely dwindling compared to the 33 veteran sharpshooters on the field, and we're about to see 10 more. That's right, 10 more from the shipment and 5 owl hoots or renegados. What the? Are they not owl hoots? They are owl hoots, yeah. Look at this shipment! What is this? Kees Kachel catching up in the score leads, and I think Dutch at the moment are overscoring due to a veteran musketeer technology being researched on the age up to the third age. But we see the pressure that Hunt's off to the side. He can't really defend both sides. He's got, I'd like to see everything being committed over here. A couple gazelles going for the water. It's not too bad. He still has 5 banks. He's got spare wood left over. He's got a lot of income, but it just looks like he's just getting outmassed hard in the Skirm Goon side of things, and that's not, you know, kind of guessing in the sense that Kees Kachel has other options. Although the powerful outhoot shipment's gone, the coal mines have gone, so the explosion of economy has kind of dwindled a little bit. But even still, 40 villagers there from Kees Kachel, and some of them being settler wagons. I would love to count for you right now, but well, there's quite a lot of fighting going on, which we need to observe. There's no raiding on the map at the moment. The only thing raiding is these villagers getting back onto the silver mine. Sharpshooters are returning, but it doesn't really matter. They're about to get their rifle combat. 15% HP, 15% attack, and the same thing here for Mitoe. He's got his infantry combat as well. Reuter's going to dive in. It has a feeling that whoever is able to leverage a couple bits of hand cav while maintaining the skirmisher fights to go out raiding will do very well here. There is an artillery foundry on the side for Kees Kachel, not quite being used, but these merchants here from Mitoe, no great coats as well, but these units are at risk, and Kees Kachel, he can look at the map. Oh, doesn't actually see that one gazelle going down. This is what he sees. He could assume, well, he doesn't see the hunt here as well. He can safely assume one. I think he would have seen the hunt on the edge of the map at one point, but it's moved across. Skirm's cutting ahead. Mitoe likes his double infantry upgrade if he's going to go for it, but he's kind of needs just units. He can't afford upgrades. He's actually, again, losing the skirm fight. 26 skirmishers there for Mitoe. Kees Kachel, 31 sharpshooters, and now up to 39, 40. Carbine cavalry going melee, which is I saw a couple in stagger mode there because I couldn't quite see the stats. It's a shame, but they seem to be doing quite decent damage. And the thing is, I like that trade because as soon as you know you've just basically cut your opponent's skirmisher mass to be half of yours, I don't think you can ever really get back into skirmisher fights. And you know, this isn't like just some average Joe. This is Mitoe, and he's going to go for the all-in Huss switch. Are these veteran hussars? No, they're not. They're colonial. He's going to have to buy wood, and he seems frantically trying to get back to 15 from the town centre, from the stable. Out we go. But the timing's a bit off. There's miss rallies, and the Carbine cavalry coming in wants to say a word about that, pushing the hussars back. And that moment to break out, has it gone? Scores looking relatively even between both players still, but the sharpshooter mass feels like unchallenged. There's some gunslingers. Hey, got the gunslinger card, which also means that there's somewhere on the map. I don't know where it is, but there's a coal mine. It's over here. Coal mine being built right next to existing miners, and that's going to get hoovered up. And that's going to fund Gatling production, but the hussars breaking out of the base after the veteran technology. Getting a good engagement, I gotta say. I was expecting maybe Mitoe to back off a little bit, but it's still, even though he's pushed Kees Kachel back, Kees Kachel wants to go back because he's invested in economy. He's invested in gold income. He's going to get some more Gatling guns, sharpshooters behind this. He's in no rush to keep diving under the base. He's still taking the trades, but now taking the score lead. Merchants forward here from Mitoe getting picked off. 37 villagers here from Kees Kachel. Kees Kachel on 48 and has, look at the gold income, 1,600 gold per minute at the moment. Mitoe is only on 1,200. Mitoe's gold economy, as Dutch, is getting outscaled here by the United States. Culverin, just in case Mitoe goes for any artillery. Kind of expecting artillery foundry as well from Mitoe, not from Mitoe, from Kees Kachel to get into the Gatling production, but now calling in Apaches for the first time to bolster the sharpshooter mass. 18 vet carbon cavalry. Not carbon, carbine. 1k gold remaining in the next coal mine behind this. Settler wagons being produced. He's now up to... currently on 4 settler wagons. That'll be his 5th settler wagon behind.
What is your command?
Sharpshooter's now moving down to the eastern side. They've seen the vills. Kees Kachel knows. He sees it by the house, but he also can look on the deer and can see the rate of decrease of income. Of no, not income, of food remaining on the carcass. And these vills, they don't have their great coats. So let's just pay a moment of silence for our fallen Dutch comrades. Disappointing. So sad to see. And the villagers going for another gold mine. They're just hungry for gold. Remember, they do have amalgamation paid for by Hamiltonian economics. Veteran Reuters getting on the action, but these settlers, they have their greatcoats and range resist thanks to the French immigrants card in Age 1. So the Reuters aren't actually able to do anything. But here comes the Apaches and the Carbine Cavalry. The Apaches, they don't have any multipliers versus vills, but they do have enough damage to put pressure on the no great villagers. And he's losing the skirm fight. He's losing the villagers on the right. Not enough Reuters to get in the action there. And it's all falling apart. Kees Kachel taking the dominant position in the game in terms of military to score. Culverin on the action as well. And more reinforcements. 50 sharpshooters at the end. And Kees Kachel has taken the game off Mitoe, one of the pro players around in the scene. Well played there by Kees Kachel. And I know there's been a lot of talk at the moment. I know a lot of people are thinking, wow, this United States Civ is looking strong. And truth be told, if you ignore the German immigrants change and maybe puts in something like Chinese immigrants to get the trading posts or something, or maybe no, yeah, I like that idea actually. French into China to get the trading posts, and maybe you can then squeeze back in to get another shipment. I might have to try that one out. Let's say the rest of the cards, the Hamiltonian economics, the gunslingers, the rolling artillery, the double combat cards there, combat for sharpshooters, combat for your dragoons. This stupendously stupid card, Kentucky Hunters, scaling potential there, the coal mines, Virginia Plan. Like, on the premise of it, the Virginia Plan card is a busted, broken card. It fundamentally goes against some of the ideas of what a card is. It's interesting, but my god, it's just way too good. And the USA are feeling way too good at the moment. So I'm expecting to see the pick rate of this Civ to kind of increase drastically from the 1900 elos upwards. Because if you're not playing United States on the ladder at the moment, I think your chances of winning versus them are quite tough unless you go for a full-on Age 2 rush to prevent the idea of coal mines developing. But that's there for another pro player to think about and find out. And that's there for another cast in the future. And we'll leave this one here. Thanks very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this one. And I'll see you guys in the next video.